Welcome to Fashionably Broke.
I'm kidding, don't use that.
Just wear whatever the hell you
Like,
want.
literally just...
We're living on a McDonald's budget.
Just because you're broke doesn't mean you have to dress like it.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Fashionably Broke podcast, episode 103. We're so excited to get into this week's episode, but as y'all always know, we have to start with highs and lows weekend recap. And I feel like this weekend recap is going to be hilarious, like shit show, like no other, because I just feel like some things have happened for me this past weekend that's like never happens.
I love it.
But it's funny.
I have quite a few updates from this weekend. I guess I don't even really have any highs and lows because I have like 10 million stories that I need to tell. Okay, and we're just going to start off with, a couple different things. So on Friday, I almost burnt my house down.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to cook dinner. Like I had come up with like, I don't know, just the best sounding dinner ever. Like I did like breaded chicken. It was like lemon pepper. Threw that in the oven. Brussels sprouts with like a balsamic sauce on it. And then these like hot honey sweet potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm cooking everything. Like everything's in the oven at 400. The Brussels sprouts went in like earlier because like I do like them crispy. And so like, you know, put everything in and they were crisping up and like the time for them was like basically done. And I was just like finishing something up and then I was like grabbing them out of the oven. And like they had like crisped up pretty nicely, but like no, like they were totally fine. Well then like next thing I know, I'm like, okay, no, like I smell something, like something's on fire. And I was like, it's not like I pulled out the Brussels sprouts already. I open up my oven. Granted, I put the sweet potatoes in for 5 minutes.
Okay.
5 minutes. They're smoking on fire. So I have to like yank it out. I live in a townhouse and the fire alarm is so goddamn loud. Like it beeps and then it like literally yells, "There's a fire. There's a fire." So I'm like, shit, because it was late at night too. Because I had to like go to the grocery store, prep everything. So I think it was like almost 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like it was going to be a late dinner.
Right.
So we're like running around. Like at first Morgan has his headphones in. So he didn't hear. And I'm like,
hello?
Fire. Like, can you try to get it off? And he's like looking at me, pulls out. And he was like sitting there for a solid like minute and a half, didn't hear it.
It had noise cancellation much?
Yeah. So I was like, do you not hear that? So yeah, I don't know why. So this is the second time that like this has happened when I put something on the bottom rack. It like literally catches on fire because it's happened to like my prosciutto once. I was trying to crisp it up and I didn't even have it on broil. So
like actual flames were coming from the oven?
From like the potatoes, yes. I mean, it was like tiny. Like as soon as I pulled it out, like it went out.
Right.
But so I almost burnt my house down.
It's okay.
Yeah. So that was like my Friday night because it was like super chill because I knew I was going out for my friend's birthday on Saturday. Mm-hmm. So we went and celebrated my friend Emma's birthday. We went to this place called Stateside Kitchen. And when I was like looking to book restaurants for my birthday, like my friend had told me like, oh, Stateside Kitchen, like the food's okay, but like it's a party in there. Like it's such a vibe, whatever. Well, when I tell you it is a party in there, they have a DJ and it is bumping. Like you literally cannot hear anyone. It is just full DJ like in the club.
Yeah.
So
we had like, so much fun. Like we'll go there next.
It was so much fun. Like I definitely want to go back. But y'all, I am stupid. I am so stupid, and I did not realize like truly how like stupid and just like stuff goes just right over my head. Okay. So there was a DJ, and we had like 14 people, so we didn't get sat right away, and like we had a reservation, but 14 people is a lot. Like, you need a big table. And there was, like, a ton of, like, large parties that were, like, having brunch. So we just had to, like, wait. So we were, like, a little bit past our reservation time. They, like, gave us free champagne and everything while we waited. But when I like, literally have to pull up this message.
Oh, God.
Okay, so my friends were like, oh, well, like, let's request a song. Like, can we request one? So, and, like, the DJ's, like, there. Like, you can walk up to his booth. And I was like, oh, my God, no, it's going to be so funny. Like, put your request in, like, big letters and, like, walk up to the booth like this with it over your head. Like, that's funny. And so my friends were like, no, like, we're scared. Like, we don't want to do it. And I was like, well, I'll do it. So, like, we requested Father Figure, that song. And he, like, looked at me and he was like, oh, that's a good song, but I'm not going to play it. And, like, was trying to, like, say some other things to me. And, like, I pretty much just, like, play it like it's a good song. Like, we want to hear it. And then when I was walking away, he's like, oh, you're such a freak. And I was like, I know, I'm a freak. And so we, like, went back to waiting, and then we finally got sat down, and we were literally, like, a table away from the DJ booth. Like, we were right there. DJ in our eyesight. And so brunch kind of goes on. Obviously, drinks are flowing, and we're like, okay, they still haven't played the song that we requested hours ago. So from the table, like, I held it over my head again. And, you know, I was, like, trying to get his attention. And he was like, I see you. But, like, still didn't play the song. So then my friend Marley was like, oh, well, let's request something else. Like, I don't even want to hear that song anymore. Like, I want to hear something else. So she, like, held another song over her head. And I was, like, pointing. Because I was, like, literally eyesight with the DJ. So I was, like, pointing so he would look. He ended up playing that song. But then my friends were like, okay, Maddie, one last time, go tell the DJ to tell Emma happy birthday. So I promise this story has a point. So I walk up and I'm, like, doing this. Basically, it just has, like, shout out Emma, it's her birthday. And he was like, oh, you're having really good song requests. Like, I'm going to play them, blah, blah, blah. And he's just, like, talking to me. And he's like, where are you from? And I'm like, oh, Nashville. He's like, oh, I've never seen you before, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, because I've never been here before. And so just, like, being friendly, I was like, oh, like, you're a local DJ. Like, I'm assuming that, like, your DJ name, like, what's on your computer is, like, where I can find you, like, on social media. And he, like, looks at me and he goes, yeah, like, what does it say? Like, can you say the name? Okay, mind you, it was spelled D-A-H-D-E-E. D-A-H-D-E-E. I deadass looked this man in the eye. I go, Dottie? Literally Dottie? Thinking like almost like Dottie. Like Dottie. I was like, that's a weird name, but like, okay, whatever. Walk back to the table. I was like, oh yeah, his name's Dottie. Fully, and I'm saying it wrong this entire time. Hours roll by. Hours. And one of the girls at the brunch looked at me after, like, we had been out. Like, we were out of the bar. She looked at me. She goes, you know, Maddie, were you, like, meaning to say the DJ's name wrong on purpose? And I was like, no, what do you mean? She was like, what was his name? I was like, Dottie. Like, D-A-H-D-E-E. She looked at me. She goes, it was deadass Daddy. You were supposed to say Daddy. I was like, I looked at him in the eyes confidently, and I was like, oh, your name's Dottie? And he was like, yeah, nice to meet you.
I'm surprised he didn't correct you. That's a weird thing to not correct.
Did not correct me.
No, it's blah, blah, blah.
Did not correct me at all, and I was telling everyone, I was like, yeah, Dottie. Did not put two and two together.
Hey, it's okay. Honestly, I've never been a good speller. I can never pronounce anything, so I probably would have done the same thing.
I mean, yeah. But, so that was, like, my dumb blonde moment of, like, the week.
Of the week.
of like the week because I was confidently saying it and I had no idea.
It's it Daddy.
No idea. I was like, that's kind of a weird name, but like,
Yeah.
whatever. Like, I don't know. It could mean something. Yeah, it meant something. I just can't read.
I just didn't click. It's okay.
No.
It's okay. I think
Did
I
not
even
click.
remember you like posting a Snapchat of his like computer and
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, Daddy.
Yeah, and that's what everyone was telling me. They're like, oh yeah, like as soon as we saw it on your story, or like as soon as we walked in, we were like, aha, Daddy.
Yeah.
I had zero clue. If no one would have told me, I would have never known.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us. I wouldn't even worry about it. I mean, you'll probably never see him again.
Yeah, so would have never known. And yeah, that was my dumb blonde moment of the week. It honestly was hilarious when everyone was like, Maddy, we thought you were joking. And I was like, no. Like,
said
I
no.
thought that's how
I
you
was
said
being
his
so
name.
deadass.
Like, I swear that's how you said his name. And they're like, I can't believe you said it to him. It's like, yes, I did. Fully.
Like, correct me much. Like, that's your name and you're a DJ, but you people ask you that time and time again, and you're just gonna.
I lost ya.
Okay, back in. Let's hope this doesn't happen again.
But, yeah, I think that's all that I have.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I went out Saturday, but Friday. Well, I guess I went out Friday too. I had like a dinner with Kristen and Kinley at their
Fun.
apartment, and then I went out with some friends just to like a dive bar to Showdown. It's literally right down the road, and it's like as dive bar as you can freaking get.
I see. I love me a good dive bar.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. And then Saturday we went to Chimmy's, and then went out in the stockyards, and we ended up at Billy Bob's, which we never go to.
Huh. Yeah,
Ever.
I've never been.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun time. There's just like so many people there, and like there's obviously always concerts there. And this is where the night took a turn. Because I wish I could say, well, like, yes, I was drinking, but that's not the reason this happened. So I was just on my phone, not paying attention, just walking along. Kristen's right beside me. And next thing you know, I'm just on the ground. Fully on the ground. And this wasn't even like I feel like every time I fall, I like somewhat catch myself.
Mm-hmm.
No. There was no catching myself on this point. Like, it was a full-fledged, like, forward fall. And, like, I just look up and, like, everyone's staring down at me asking, like, if I'm okay. So apparently there were stairs in front of me, but it was only, like, 2 or 3 stairs. So, like, I guess easy to miss. I don't
So you
freaking
don't
know.
walk and text.
No, I know. I was like, what the hell? Like, are you freaking kidding me? But like, it's obviously dark inside Billy Bob's, and like, I don't know. I didn't see it, and I plummeted to the ground. And Kristen was like laughing so hard, being like, get up, you're fine.
I probably would have peed my pants.
No, she was laughing so hard, and I was like trying to help me up, and I was like, Kristen, I'm gonna need you to pause for 1 second. Like, I'm actually hurt. Like, I don't know if I can walk on my ankle right now. Like, it actually hurts that freaking bad. And I was like, oh my gosh, Kassidy, get up. This is so embarrassing. So I finally get up. I wobble off, whatever. The night goes on. It's really not affecting me that much, but I'm not really walking around. We're like sitting around a table or standing around a table. So like, I'm not really on it much. So nothing is like affecting me at that time. And then it's when we start to like walk out that I'm like, oh yeah, something's wrong. Like, she hurts so freaking bad. I wake up the next day, I can barely even walk on it. Like, actually barely walk on it. But we're on the road to recovery now. It's okay. Okay.
We could just make this a little bit of a shorter episode. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties with the mics.
Third time's the charm. I think this is going to work with the new cord.
Perfect.
But if it doesn't, who cares? Anyways, at the end of the day, I'm on the road to recovery. My ankle's going to be fine, but there for a second, I was like, it's broken. It's broken, or like I tore something, or like there's a stress fracture, like there's freaking something. But I think I was just being dramatic as always. But I mean, she still hurts to walk on for sure. but we're on the road to recovery, and that's all that matters. So thank you to everyone who checked on me.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, so that would probably be my low. My high was just... Oh, my high was that I actually vlogged this entire week, and I finished editing it today. Yeah, so she's back. I'm hoping that I can actually, like, keep this up because it's, like, fun. Once you get the hang of it and, like, once you, like, start recording everything, it's like, okay, I got this. Like,
yeah. I
sometimes
tried.
it's just, it's hard in the beginning to, like, remember to do it or, like, once you see the final product, it's like, okay, I can keep doing this. But, like, sometimes it's so, like, what's the word? What am I looking for? Sometimes it's just so, like, why am I doing this? Or, like, it's inconvenient. God dang, why can't I? It's so inconvenient at, like, sometimes. But, yeah, so that's my high, is that there's going to be some kind of vlog out sometime soon. I don't really know when, but sometime soon.
I tried, and then I caught my house on fire. And then I was like, this weekend just might not be the weekend for that.
We'll try again next week.
Might not be the weekend for that.
Did you at least get it on, like,
No,
camera?
No, because I was like in transition. I was like, okay, let me stop it really quickly because I had to shuffle things around. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, because I was doing a little bit too much because I was vlogging for YouTube, and I was also trying to make a TikTok / reel, basically like me making the dinner. So I have me like making the dinner, like everything. I kept like setting up, moving stuff, like, oh my god, it would have looked so good. And then after the fire happened, I was like, okay, I just have to like finish. I'm just gonna put the potatoes in the air fryer and like let's just get this chicken freaking done. And then I had to do like the sauce for the Brussels sprouts. So it's like, no. It's already 8:30 now. The fire alarm's going off. I had to pause. I had to turn off the oven while the chicken was still in there to like cool it down a little bit so that the fire alarm would stop going off. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I just have to finish dinner so that we could actually eat.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I literally have like I have like a million videos on my phone that like probably would have looked like really, really good put together, but I started a fire.
No one tells you how hard it actually is to like multitask, and like the YouTube to TikTok ratio of like vertical to horizontal, like it irks me so much.
Yeah,
so much.
So that's why I was like, you know what? This weekend is just, this weekend's not the start.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, because I'm also pissed that I didn't get it on, like, camera, because that would have been hilarious.
Yeah, that
but then
at
that point, I was just, like, flustered, and I was like, Morgan was flustered, and he was like,
it's not the time for this.
I'm goddamn hungry, and I was like, I'm goddamn hungry, so I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. Yeah. And then, on Saturday, I would have, but I also was, majority of the people at the party, I had no idea who they were. Mm-hmm. So that was also kind of like another thing that I was like, I don't know how everyone would feel.
Yeah.
If people can even be, I don't know. Sometimes people are weird about it. I mean, I feel like everyone would have been so nice about it, but also it's like, this is somebody else's first impression of me.
Yeah. No, so, I feel that. Sometimes I'm like, oh, is this the time? Is this the place?
Yeah. And then also on Broadway, sometimes it's just too much. Like, at that point, too, you also go to a little too intoxicated, and, like, that can't be on the internet.
Yeah.
So, and if you're on my private stories, you saw how much fun that I had crying over chicken tenders. Period. Or lack thereof. But, yeah, I also kind of just feel like this week was super weird, obviously with like the TikTok ban coming up. Mm-hmm. My ex from 20 million years ago followed me because him and his girlfriend broke up, and
here we are again, like, bye, see you never.
Yeah,
like I just don't understand what goes through their head where they're like, yeah, I'm gonna follow her and like this is gonna be my moment.
Well, and I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast before. So, like, okay, so Kassidy's ex was terrible, cheated on her. Okay, this ex of mine, horrible, terrible, god-awful, cheated on me the entire relationship, and then sent me a picture of a list of every girl he cheated on me with. in college, and then I was dumb and I kept going back until the last time I didn't go back because he called me trashy because I got a tattoo. And I literally said, do not ever speak to me again. And since then, I've never spoke to him again. But every time he breaks up with a girlfriend, he follows me again.
Well, obviously, he's obsessed with you, and who wouldn't be, first off? Second off, so funny to call you trashy. Has he looked in the mirror?
Oh my god, I know. He called me trashy. He ended up getting a tattoo. Like, the hell? So, I just thought it was hilarious because, and like, sometimes, because we're going to talk about TikTok. We're going to talk about the TikTok ban, but everyone's been having a lot of beef with Instagram. And the one beef, well, no, I have, like, some beef with Instagram. But, like, my, like, main beef with Instagram is every time there's someone that you don't want to follow, they always pop up everywhere on, like, suggested follow. Like, their stupid freaking profile, their stupid freaking picture always pops up.
Yep.
And I don't know why. I've not searched their name. In my head, I don't want to see them. But for some reason, somehow, Instagram can actually read your mind because the one person that you don't ever want to see on pop up on your social media always shows up. And he kept showing up, and I was like, okay, I might just like full send block because like I'm tired of seeing like suggested follow, literally every freaking like 10 stories suggested follow, and I'm like, I can't do it. Like I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the name. I don't no, like I don't want that in my head. And then
hey,
he goes
here's
and
the follow.
Yeah. So I'm like, are you serious? But yeah, that's my beef with Instagram.
At least engage, please. Like, comment,
That's-
subscribe.
That is all I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna follow me, follow the podcast, like, comment, engage as much as possible. Save, send. Maybe not comment because like I really don't want to see like your comment on my picture, but like save, send, do the whole shebang. Engage. Okay, it helps me out. I'm not gonna engage with you, but you can engage with me and help my career.
Period. Thank you. You're actually just like plummeting me forward in my career. So thank you.
Actually, thank you for the follow.
Yes.
Actually, I appreciate that. I'm gonna mute you so I can't see anything of yours. But yeah, okay. Moving on. Anywho, the TikTok ban.
I mean, God, the weekend we had, the Saturday night we had. I mean, talk about an array of emotions from everyone. Like the things people were posting on TikTok, I was like, what is happening right now? Like the internet's not going away. It's just TikTok. Like,
thank you. The internet is not going away. All of these people that were like, I'm just gonna air all of my dirty laundry on TikTok because it's going away. It doesn't matter if TikTok's going away. The internet's forever. You also posted it while TikTok was obviously still up. Anyone and their mom can save a video.
Right. Yeah, so that was just insane. But I do give props to like some creators who were like doing some kind of like some kind of tea spilling.
Yeah.
To like get people to follow them on Instagram.
I do have to say, like, some of them I was like, this is a good move. Some people I'm like, that was the stupidest move you could have ever done. Like, why the hell? Keep that to yourself. You should have never even.
There was no in between. It was like, oh, this is good or this is awful.
Well, and then so like Alex posted a video like after TikTok came back because it wasn't even gone for 12 hours. Anywho, she was like, thank God. She was like, I was this close to like stirring the pot and posting some tea. And I'm like, okay, it would either have been about her ex-boyfriend or my first thought was Xandra.
My first thought was
the drama that happened between them.
Yeah, that was always my first thought because like everyone is wanting to know, and I'm wondering why none of them have like ever addressed it or never even just been like, oh no, like we're still chill. We just like kind of like grew apart.
I mean, I guess like I get it to some extent because like there are some people that I am no longer friends with that I don't even want to like give it time on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to even give it time. I don't even want to shed any more light on them, the situation, like, at all. So, like, I get it. But it's also, like, kind of like, damn. Like, I really
Yeah.
want to know. Even if nothing happened. I don't know. But I also kind of feel bad that, like, I want to know.
Yeah. No, that's my thing. But like when she said the like to get everyone to follow her on Instagram when she's like, "Oh, you won't be able to see me like get engaged or something." I'm like,
Yeah.
is this coming so soon that like we don't even know that it's coming? Like I don't know.
I could see it. I could see it for them. I could.
I could like I think Braxton's ready, but I think Alex is probably like, maybe a little bit longer
Yeah.
of like
But
no ring on my finger.
I also feel like they've been dating a lot longer than they have.
Yeah.
I don't know why I feel that way, but like I definitely feel like they've been dating a hell of a lot longer than they have.
I just think like you think they're dating a lot longer when they share so much of their
I guess
relationship. Like
that's
you
true.
have so many moments and so many memories of like things they've done. I feel like it's like, oh yeah, they've been together like 4 or 5 years, and it's like actually I'm pretty sure they just hit like 1 year or something.
I know, yeah. They've like it was like what a year, I think,
Like
like
a few months ago.
ago. And I was just like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
And
But
then I
I-
saw Xandra like spill the tea on
Her ex-boyfriend.
yeah, but then I went to the comments and we were like, it was like, girl, everyone already knew that. And I'm like, yeah, I felt like that was a given.
That sucks. I just like that sucks. Especially
they-
like how she found out.
Yeah.
Like girls were like it was a real time. Like real time finding out. And she was supposed to go on a family vacation with him.
Yeah.
The
I just
next
don't,
day.
I just will never understand. Like, I know that gut wrenching feeling, like when you figure it out or like when someone contacts you about it. Like, when you have such a big platform like that and you're dating someone, do they really think it's not going to get out?
Oh, well, yeah, number one, they're freaking stupid.
Like,
But that's also like, obviously, if you go on my social media, you like really have to like actually look through my stuff to realize I have a boyfriend.
yeah.
Not that like I don't want people to know. I don't know. It's like to me that's like private. I don't know. But it's
Yeah.
also like then there are some people that like fully like just like they fully live it online.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I don't know. I feel like it's also just kind of like preference, who you are, or sometimes like even just the relationship and like what
Yeah.
it's like.
Yeah, I'm the one who posts them everywhere, but not anymore. Let me tell you that. This next one, whenever that comes, I think I will keep that man a secret for the rest of
Honestly,
my
I
life.
do kind of have to say it's kind of fun. It's kind of funny when people are like, wait, are y'all still together? But it's always the people that like I don't really know that are like
Yeah.
more of like his friends because he doesn't really use social media at all.
Mm-hmm.
He'll do like a post every 6 months. And it's like normally just all pictures with me.
Right.
But like there's 6 months in between and then I post 10 million times and like he's maybe in one that you have to swipe through to see him.
He's the sixth picture on the carousel.
Well, and there was like one time, I guess I do go to Las Vegas a lot. There was one time we were at some sort of like couple shower for one of his friends, and this girl like fully looked at the both of us. She goes, "I thought you moved to Las Vegas. Like I didn't think y'all were dating anymore." I was like, "No, we are. I did not move to Las Vegas, but okay."
One, we're still together. Two, no, I don't live in Vegas, but
No.
okay.
But it's just kind of sometimes it's fun to keep everyone guessing.
Yeah. No, that's how I would like my next relationship to be. We'll see when that happens.
Hey, who knows? Maybe you are in one now and no one knows.
You never know. You never freaking know. But the
Exactly.
TikTok ban, that was
Yeah.
freaking insane. And I can't believe that, I can't believe that it actually got banned and like it actually wasn't working on our phones because I know there was so much speculation about like, oh, you're still going to be able to scroll, but like it's just not going to update.
Well,
No, they went ghost
full
mode.
on. Well,
Blackout.
for a while, I got the notification saying that like it's no longer a thing, like it's banned. But then like once like that went away and I was able to scroll for a while into like the morning, but I just couldn't like anything. And then I got to a point, like, if I, like, double tapped it, it would, like, light up, then go away. Like, the heart would light up, go away. And then I eventually got to a certain point where, like, there was no more videos loading. And then Sunday morning, I opened it, and it was, like, it's been banned. We're working on getting it back up. Either, like, close the app or learn more.
Yeah. So that's, at first, mine had the notification, like, warning saying, like, hey, TikTok will, you know, be banned in the United States starting at blah, blah, blah. But it was banned so much earlier than midnight. Actually, much earlier.
I have no idea what time.
Yeah, it was banned so much earlier.
I have no clue what time it was.
Because I would just get on and it would come up with that next message of, like, this app is currently not available in your country. Like, learn more or, like, get out or whatever. And it would just, like, shut down. And then the next morning when I woke up, I didn't even get that notification anymore. It just said no internet connection.
Yeah,
no internet
same.
connection. I'm like, what is
same.
happening?
And then so like right when it like went down, when it stopped working for me, I texted my friend Logan. I just seem to text him every time I'm intoxicated, and he just thinks it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And so I was like texting him, and I was like, what do we do? Like, I don't know what to do. And then he was the one that next morning, like when TikTok went back live at like noon something, I think.
Yeah.
He called me immediately. He had his FaceTime up and he said, look, it is working. I'm scrolling right now. I can like everything. So then I sat with him. I was like, dude, mine isn't loading. Like, it still kept saying like lost connection.
Yeah.
That's when like we were texting about it too at the same time. So I literally sat for like 15 minutes watching his For You page over FaceTime. I was like, mine still hasn't loaded.
Yeah, I think that's just like weird that like everyone was having like different things. Like it was back for some people, it wasn't back for others. I'm like, literally, what is actually like happening right now? And I think James Charles had one of the funniest TikToks
Oh my God.
of him hiding under the covers being like, guys, I think, you know, I'm the only one in here and they're about to come to my house and like grab me because like I have access to TikTok. Oh my gosh, I was laughing so freaking hard.
Dude, I mean, it was funny, and like all of the videos back too were like what I thought the funniest was like they were all people from like obviously not the US.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh my God, y'all didn't even want to know what happened when like y'all left. Like people were trying to take over, but like we knew y'all would come back." It was the funniest thing, or it was like, oh, let's make fun of all the Americans, like, while they're not here. Like, the way that they say, like, or the way that they spell color, like, what is that?
Yeah.
The funniest freaking thing ever. Ever.
No, it's just, like, it truly shows that, like, we can't live without this app, and, like, it's actually...
It's sad.
Yeah, it's a little concerning, if you ask me.
It
How
is.
many people were absolutely, like, freaking out about it, but... I just felt, I knew it was going to come back. I just didn't know how much time it was going to take.
Well, I thought it was going to be, like, a few weeks. And I, like, was texting you about that. I was like, I think it's going to be, like, I feel like I was not expecting it to go back live that fast.
Right.
Like, maybe a few days or to, like, a few weeks. I was like, no, there's going to have to be so much paperwork. Like, someone's going to have to go to work. Someone's going to have to go to, like, turn on the servers again. Like...
Yeah.
I don't know. Rewrite the code. Who the hell knows? Immediately.
Yeah.
Except
it was like
all of the people that deleted the app.
Oh, can't get it anymore.
Couldn't get it back.
Mm-hmm.
For the longest time. I think that like some people are able to, but I'm like, why the hell would y'all delete it?
Why would you delete that? I mean, we were in a, probably 10 to 12 hours of not having it, and within that time period, you're like, I need it off my phone. I can't do it. Oh my God.
I did accidentally, like, I clicked it a few times. I did.
Too.
Like, I fully clicked it a few times. It also just, like, one, why would they choose for it to go down on a weekend? Like, they couldn't have waited till Monday.
That's what I'm saying. Going down on a Sunday morning, like, I'm laying in bed ready to
I'm
scroll.
hungover. I'm trying to doom scroll. Like, right now, I don't feel safe. I am hungover. I don't feel well. I need something to make me feel safe. I need my
Right.
TikTok videos.
Right. Yeah. No, it was absolutely insane. And when all the videos came back, they were like such bad quality.
Oh,
like
yeah.
everything was like blurry and fuzzy. And I'm like, what is happening? And now it's completely back to normal.
But we're just fully addicts. Like,
Mhm.
the whole world, the whole US is an addict. And, like,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone that kind of has TikTok is kind of screwed. I feel like we're never, obviously, like, who knows what the future holds, but, like, if there's the chance for this app to never go away, like, I also feel like I really don't feel like we'll ever, like, phase out of the app. Kind of like how Instagram was everything, but then we, like, kind of just slowly started to get over it.
Yeah.
This app is just it's something new every single time, and, like, it fits, like, the user perfectly, that I just feel like it's gonna be like that forever. And
I know, but I just feel like that's what we always think with like a certain social
I guess
media.
it's
It's like,
true.
how did we ever like live without this? How are we ever going to live without it? And then like the next best thing comes out and it's like, oh my God, like this is so cool. Like, how did we ever live without this? But it's just like TikTok is so like relatable at the end of the day. And I think that's what everyone loves about it. It's like real people, real world scenarios of
Yeah.
like, you know, Instagram is your highlight reel. Like,
Well,
I can't post videos of me crying on there. Like,
TikTok is like real and now, like live action, like now.
yeah,
Instagram is like, oh, I went out all weekend, I collected all of these photos,
right.
I'm gonna go through them and like pick the best things.
Mm-hmm.
And like now we're also just so used to like seeing video.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get me wrong, like I still scroll on Instagram, like I
me as well, for
scroll,
sure.
I watch stories, but like that's also another thing, is like I actively watch stories on Instagram more than I actually really scroll the feed. Like, and I use stories every single day
Right.
on Instagram, but like I prefer TikTok.
Yeah. No, I mean, that was just like honestly an out of body experience. I don't know what happened Saturday night. I don't know what happened Sunday morning, but like we're back. We're back, and that's all that matters.
We're back. It was insane. It was a wild ride.
Yeah.
Who knows what the hell's gonna happen? But like, honestly, I'm
Yeah,
so glad
who
it's
knows
back.
what bills are going to be passed. Like, I'm pretty sure this is just like a temporary thing until they can like figure everything out. But I'm like, I don't even really know what there is to figure out, so I'm staying out of it.
I've never felt more like an iPad kid in my entire life.
Yeah, no, I saw you repost something. It's like, God, we're just like spoiled tablet kids at the end of the day.
I felt like I was back in high school getting grounded, getting my phone taken away.
Taken away into the world, yeah.
Like,
Literally.
I didn't know what to do. I was
like,
gonna
my phone's actually useless now.
I was gonna turn to Twitter. Or to X, whatever
X.
it's called.
Yeah. No.
Scary times. Scary times. But speaking of TikTok, okay, one person that's been all over my For You page, and I know she's been all over yours, is Molly May.
Dude, I am obsessed. Okay, so, and I'm a new groupie. I know. I know.
But like I've been seeing like these TikToks of her, like these like short clip, like interview clips from her documentary, because I know that's like kind of why she's all over TikTok right now. And I was like, I didn't know who she was at all. I feel like I had heard of her, but I mean, I'm obsessed, and you've convinced me to watch the documentary or the docuseries, but I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, like a docuseries. Because it's like episodes. 3 episodes are out right now, and it is absolutely amazing. So I've never watched Love Island. Period.
Neither have I. Yeah,
But it was like Love Island UK. I had heard of her. I knew of her. I knew of Tommy Fury. Like, I knew they had a baby together named Bambi. I knew they got engaged, and then they cut the engagement off. There were cheating rumors. Apparently he has some like issues with himself, drinking issues, stuff like that. So I was like, everyone was talking about this docuseries.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, like Saturday during the day, I didn't really have anything to do other than like watch TV. When I tell you I was in tears for half the episodes, I was in actual tears, because I don't know 110% about this, but I'm pretty sure back when they signed this deal, it was supposed to be like an engagement docuseries, getting married, starting her brands. Like, that's what the original thing was supposed to do. And then it obviously took a turn.
Damn.
They cut off the engagement. So I just don't want to spoil too much for you. But I mean, it is gut wrenching.
I've
and it's
seen a lot of clips. Like, I feel like I've watched half of the show.
Yeah.
Because of it being on TikTok. And, like, I know why they cut off the engagement. Mm-hmm. Like, I know the full reason. Mm-hmm. Well, I feel like.
Okay, so that's
drinking.
The thing. So, yeah, that's what she says is, like, you know, she grew up, you know, in an environment where, like, there was a lot of drinking and she didn't like it. Right.
Was, like, an alcoholic for a bit.
Right. So, like, she does not believe in, like, drinking whatsoever. And, like, Tommy was never a big drinker. And then, like, something turned. But she never, at least in episode 1 through 3, she never, like, brings up cheating allegations. But she never, like, says they're not true. So everyone, like, there's this thing, like, saying, like, oh, they're just pinning it all on the drinking. Like, you know, he might have cheated while he was drinking, but she's just going to say drinking. But, like, in a lot of the clips that are on TikTok, she's like, yeah, like, I hope at the end of the day we can work things out and we can, like, get back together. And I'm just like, I couldn't imagine being Tommy, like, watching this, being like, that is your family. Like, that is the mother of your child. And, like, obviously Bambi is, like, going to be in your life forever. Molly May is going to be in your life forever. Like, there was just something so real and raw that I feel like I haven't seen from, you know, not that this is reality TV, but I guess like a docuseries. Like, it was like, I don't know, it hit me in a whole different way. And like, I fell into this deep hole of Molly May and like her brand Maybe and like starting that. And she just like, I don't want to say like I saw a lot of me in her where she's just like a perfectionist and like doesn't want to do like any wrong, but she also has to have her hand in every little thing that has her name attached to it, or she like freaks the hell out. I mean, Maddy, you need to watch it because it is so freaking good. And the second I get paid, I'm spending all my money on Maybe.
Oh, I love
because I love her style. That's another thing. Her style and her aesthetic is very, you know, very me. Very, very me. So I'm obsessed with her, and I know I'm so late to the game. But
yeah, like, I mean, I am too.
Like, I don't even care because like I'm so obsessed, and I can't wait for more episodes to come out.
Well, because wasn't she on like one of the first, like was she like one of the first people that like did Love Island?
So I don't know how new or not new Love Island is, but it was Love Island UK, and this was the absolute like first one that like shocked the world and blew up, that everyone was obsessed with.
I think that was like the first season.
It might have been.
Ever.
I have no idea. But yeah, she blew up off of Love Island UK, obviously her and Tommy being together, just like all of that. And I'm just absolutely in love, and she's so like strikingly beautiful, like just the way she carries herself, like I want to be her best freaking friend. And I think that's also what's even more shocking is like she's 25 years old, like she's going through all of this as a 25-year-old. She has her own brand now, you know, she has her docu, and it's just like crazy what the internet has done for people. Like, it's actually just insane, and
she was
can't wrap my head around it.
She was on Love Island at 1920.
Yeah, so she actually even, which I'm kind of glad she said this in the docuseries, she said, like, she was kind of like an influencer before then. Like, she had a following, and she knew going on Love Island would, like, hopefully help her out. And I just don't think, like, I think that's why, I don't want to say that's why everyone does these reality TV shows, but, like...
Well, it is, so that actually brings up a good point. So, oh my God, what's her name? McGraw. Oh my God, why can't I think of her name?
McGraw.
She's married to Dr. Phil's son. Crap, what's her name? I'm obsessed with her. I don't know why I can't think of her name. But basically, when she was younger, when she was our age, she was on a reality TV show. And, like, it wasn't crazy popular, but like I watched it. A long time ago. It was called like Rich Kids of Beverly Hills. It was like about her and this other girl. And it was just like reality TV. Like they grew up wealthy and it was just kind of like following their life. Well, she was like, honestly, one of the main reasons I did it is because I needed to like catapult my career, because she was like, I was stuck for so long. And she was like, I was trying to get into the TV industry. Like she wanted to be like a host of a TV show. She does like a ton of fashion stuff. And why can't I think? Oh my God, her fashion sense is impeccable. And she was like, I mean, when TikTok went down, because she like now kind of has like a TikTok following. But she's like been on E News. She had like her own show on E. Like since then, like being a co-host of stuff. And she was like, I mean, I fully went on reality TV to help build my career and catapult my career. But like all of these people, like without TikTok, like a lot of the people that are famous today wouldn't be famous. And like we're not going to have any other stars come out of it. Like you either have to do reality TV or you have TikTok. And she's like, without TikTok, then everyone's going to be signing up for reality TV. It's going to get even harder to get on a show.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just like glad she said that, because I'm like, yeah, like some people like do that, and that's the reason like they're doing it. And I will say this time and time again, they just came out with like the Bachelor list, who's going to be on The Bachelor, like the girls who are going to be on there. Next year, if I'm still where I am in life and I am single, I'm going on. I don't care anymore.
Do it.
I don't care anymore. I'm just wondering, like, if they would ever, like, actually pick me.
Well,
like,
that's
it's hard to, like...
That Kit girl on TikTok, she's friends with, like, Acquired Style, like Bridget and Danielle, like a New York influencer. She was on The Bachelor. She was the villain, like, unintentionally, a villain on Matt's season. Like, Matt, what's his name? Matt James. She was on his season, and she, when TikTok was going down, she was, like, spilling secrets. She goes, I fully went on The Bachelor with intentions on not getting engaged at the end. She said, yes, I had other intentions, and obviously it's helped. Like, it helped. I mean, she was the villain, so she had to, like, rebuild her reputation. But I knew her as an influencer first. I didn't know her. I didn't even know that she had gone on The Bachelor.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm kind of curious, and honestly, with this whole, like, TikTok ban and then TikTok coming back, I just have this feeling deep down that there's gonna be, like, a new group of people making it big.
Yeah, I agree, too, because I think that this also showed the TikTokers and the people that have, like, really made it that, like, they probably should start investing their time in other ventures. Like, they have their following now, like, take it from TikTok to somewhere else.
Right.
So that, like, if this ever happens again, like, they're going to be fine. And then they'll be able to grow a little bit more. Like, honestly, I kind of feel like that's why you didn't see, like, the D'Amelios back on freaking out about the end of TikTok. Or, like, Addison Rae. Like, I didn't see any of their videos being like, oh my God, TikTok's going to be gone, because, like, they're doing other things.
That's what I'm saying. And, like, that was, like, the first wave. And then I feel like we're on, like, our second wave. And I feel like there's about to be this third wave.
Yeah.
And I just, like, know we're going to be a part of it.
I mean, obviously. But, like, one thing, oh my God, we keep just talking about TikTok. One thing that I've just been seeing is everyone's like, oh my God, why does it, like, feel so eerie here? And I'm like, okay, number one, y'all are kind of being dramatic. But, like, the only thing that I've noticed is it's not that funny. Like, I haven't seen any videos where I'm like, oh my God, that was such a good video. Like, I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
what I'm saying. There's this one TikTok that my friend sent me that I was like, okay. Like, I was like, that's, when you think about it, it's crazy. But then at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, everyone needs to chill out. And it was like a TikTok basically saying, like, this is not the same app we had 12 hours ago.
No,
like,
and I'm like, okay, you need to chill the hell out. Okay? It's a goddamn app.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it is a goddamn app that we waste our time on. It's gonna be okay.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm really glad it's back, because it does wake everyone up to realize that sometimes we are just living in some, like, false reality where, like, if social media were to come, like, falling down, like, a lot of us are like done. Obviously not us who have corporate jobs and, you know, a real life outside of social media. But it was kind of just a breath of fresh air being like everyone needs to like, you know, come down to earth and like really focus on what matters and start doing like other ventures like as well. And I think this is something that like my mom has like always told me because I've always wanted to like get into social media and make money off social media. And like my mom's biggest reason like that she wouldn't want me to do that is like it could be gone in an instant. Yeah. And I'm like, this was just like a proven fact that it could just be gone so quickly.
But I think it's just like you just have to use your avenue. Also, that's kind of like why I'm like I would want to do it because it's not 100%, and that's just the way my brain works.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do feel like it's smart to like, okay, yeah, you can't put all your eggs in one basket, but like the thing is I know everyone was like hating on Instagram, like, oh, the last thing that we'll use is Instagram, but I'm like, also before TikTok, that's how majority of people that were influencers, that were content creators made their income. So it's like, again, just you can't put all of your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like a huge thing with Instagram, and like yes, off TikTok too, but like it's easier to access on Instagram, is like linking all your stuff like on your Amazon storefront or LTK. Like I think people forget how much money actually comes from that.
And too, it's also just easier to find stuff.
Yeah.
In general, to find other platforms as well. Like you can easily find people's YouTube channels through Instagram versus TikTok. You kind of just have to know their name. And then, which I mean, also helps.
Yeah.
It also helps. But at the same time, I honestly was shocked. I was like, oh my God, if TikTok's going to be gone, every single person and their mom's going to start a podcast. Every single person. And I was just waiting on all of these like podcast announcements. But there is one person I'm so excited. Started a podcast literally, I think like just this week. Briley King. I'm obsessed with her. I'm obsessed with her fashion. She's hilarious.
Wait, who's that?
She's married to Marcus King, the musician.
What's her name? Briley
King. I'm obsessed with her. She's hilarious. And her style is so impeccable and like crazy and outlandish. She just started a podcast.
I think you sent this girl to me probably like a year ago.
I
but like
love her.
Her fashion is very out there.
But like she just can pull everything off. That's the thing.
Yeah.
She can put together the craziest outfit.
And it looks amazing.
That you would see it on someone else and you would be like, what the hell does that person have on their body?
Yeah.
She puts it on and you're like, oh my God, that's the cutest outfit I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay. No, I'm excited. Did she sign with anyone or
she's just starting it. I mean, she's a little out there, a little inappropriate. She smokes the devil's lettuce. She talks about that a lot. But like, I just know it's going to be so good. And I am excited to see like her personality because she posts on TikTok a lot, but it's like super short clips, like basically only outfits, but like she's funny in them. Right. So I'm excited to like get to see her on a longer form. And just like see her personality. So
oh God, okay. Yeah. I'll tune in. I literally can't wait.
But crazy. I need to watch the Molly May docuseries.
Yes, I need you to text me immediately after you finish episode 3, or just send me videos of you crying during it because I know you're gonna cry.
I cry.
At least I hope.
I literally cry at everything. I see someone else crying, I start crying. Like,
yeah, no,
I will cry. I'll probably cry 10 times more than you did.
Yeah.
If you say that you cried a lot, I'm probably gonna be like in a puddle.
Yeah, just gear up. Get the tissues ready because it's crazy.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for you to watch it. I can't wait. It's gonna go by fast too. I watched 3 episodes in one day. So.
I know. I wonder when they're releasing the rest.
I don't know. I need to
Maybe
look into it.
Maybe I'll just wait to watch. I mean, I feel like I've seen half of it on my TikTok, which also meant to say I'm obsessed with her house. I want her house so bad.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. But I thought I saw like half of it on TikTok as well. But like you
so
did
much
it.
more. Okay. Nice to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
But I guess just one thing while we're on fashion, I just want to like say like a little tidbit, just something that I'm looking forward to and excited about. Obviously we had the presidential inauguration this past Monday, and Melania Trump has always been a fashion icon. I mean, an absolute fashion icon. And you know, when she was the first lady, her first time around, like the stuff she wore was amazing. She looked incredible today.
Oh, she did.
I mean, she was serving face, like face card 24/7, and it was just like prim proper and like no one can mess with me. And her hat, 12 out of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, her look was amazing, so I'm just so excited to start seeing the outfits flow in.
No, I love it. I feel like, yeah, it was classy, but I also kind of thought it was a little bit like in the best way possible. Obviously, the new meaning, like a little see you next Tuesday.
Yep.
And
Agreed. But I loved it. Like that's
I
what
was
I loved
here
about
for
it.
that. Like I honestly loved that her hat like covered her face.
Yeah. Yeah. You could like only see her mouth, and that was all.
Iconic.
I absolutely loved it. So I just can't.
I would
wait.
want to do the same. Like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep. Like that's my husband. Thank you.
I mean, she's just like first lady. Y'all
Yeah.
are all haters. Everyone's a hater. But I'm here to serve outfits.
Yeah, so I just can't wait to see what the future holds with all her outfits, and also just the way the White House is decorated for every occasion.
Well, there's the famous interview where she was so pissed that she had to decorate and like host the Christmas party.
The Christmas, yeah.
And she's like, I just like don't understand, why do I have to decorate this whole place? Like I don't care.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for that. I'm
And she's
excited
like,
for that energy.
Do I actually have to do it? And they're like, yes. Yes, you
do.
do.
And she's like, God damn it. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, no, me as well.
Okay, the last thing I had on my list was, okay, so we started talking about like health journey, and I was like, oh, I'm taking all these supplements. I think I'm taking too many.
Okay. I laughed when I saw this written down.
Like, I think I'm,
Please,
who
what's
am
happening?
I
What's
mean,
happening?
I'm taking, like, I just feel like in the morning, I literally feel like I'm a pharmacy. I'm like, I'm taking, like, I'm being too much. Like, I feel like I'm high maintenance. Like, what's happening? Because I take 2 seed pills. Like, I've worked my way up to 2. So I take 2 seed pills. I do, like, my liquid hair vitamin. I started taking Armra. I'm still trying to figure out the best way that, like, I can take it, because it's like a powder. And you're supposed to you can take, like, up to 4. And it, like, doesn't taste bad, but it's colostrum, so it's, like, milky. And so, like, when you put it in water, because you have to put it in cool water, because, like, I would put it in my coffee, because I'm also doing collagen in the mornings that I put in my coffee, because it melts in the coffee, and, like, you can't really taste it. But the Armra, I'm like, I can do, like, 1 dry scoop of it, but then, like, to do 2 to 3, like, that's so
crazy.
Much.
Yeah.
And it, like, doesn't taste bad, but I did try it in, like, half of a water bottle, and granted, it was a see-through water bottle, so, like, seeing it kind of made me, like, freak out. And then also because it's, like, it's super, super natural, so they don't have, like, anything added to it. It's literally just, like, powdered colostrum, so it clumps together. So, like, the best way I've been able to do is dry scoop it, but it's, like, I can dry scoop 1 scoop really well, then the rest don't go so well.
Yeah.
They don't go so well. So I'm, like, trying to figure out. So then I just, like, feel so high maintenance. And then it's, like, I'm taking all these supplements in the morning. Then I have to wait 30 minutes to eat. Okay? And then I'm, like, okay, well, now I have to take, like, my actual medications. Like, I have to take my birth control now. And then I have to take my Adderall. So I'm like, oh my, I'm, like, literally just. And then, God forbid, for some reason, that morning I have a headache. Because then I have to take Advil or Aleve, Tylenol. Like, I literally feel like I'm just popping pills and supplement and powders all day long. And I'm like, this is, like, extreme.
Well, have you, like, seen a difference or anything? Like, do you feel better?
Well,
or...
my skin cleared up because I was having, like, 2 weeks where I was, like,
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't know who this is because my skin was so broken out. Like so like bad broken out. So like I've noticed that. Bloating.
Really?
She doesn't exist. Like and I've always known this, like literally I'll take one bite of something and I blow up like I'm 9 months pregnant. I will be huge just from taking a couple bites.
Right.
No. Like, of course, like immediately after I'm kind of like depending on how much I ate or really what I ate.
Yeah.
But bloating has significantly decreased. And then my stomach hasn't hurt.
Okay.
Like at all.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good. Because like
we're getting places.
curing the IBS.
From the inside out.
Yeah, we're curing the IBS. But I don't know, I've noticed some things like with like seed or like a symbiotic, pro and prebiotic, everyone's like, oh, can it even help with energy? I have not felt that. Sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm a little bit more sluggish. Like, I'm more tired? How am I more tired?
Yeah.
It hasn't.
That's one
I haven't
thing.
seen a difference in that.
I have not been like taking any supplements, but what I have started doing is mouth taping. And
I'm
like
terrified to do that.
Really? I mean, there's sometimes that like I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, okay, I feel like kind of suffocated. But most of the time it's totally fine, and I feel like I've been getting like great sleep.
But see, I feel like I don't open my mouth at night.
See, I felt the same way as well, but I don't know. I'm just trying it to try it.
But one thing, I don't know if this has any connection because I think it started before I started taking all of these supplements. Oh my God, I've like been talking to everyone about this because like I don't know what's happening and I'm kind of scared. I have been having the worst dreams of my entire life recently.
Really?
If I dream, it is an awful, scary, horrible dream. Like,
what?
Where I am like fighting for my life. Like someone is trying to like kill me and I have to like kill them first before they can kill me. Every night I go to sleep and it's like the goddamn Hunger Games and I'm like, what's happening? Like, what's going on in my life that I'm like having these like actually like traumatizing dreams?
That used to, every time I took melatonin, I always had like very deep, vivid dreams. Sometimes they're scary, sometimes they're not.
But it started, I swear it started before I started taking these. Like, I literally would go, like, I went 2 weeks of every night I had terrible dreams. And then they haven't been like every night, but like, when I tell you, like, they are like terrible and I'm like having to do terrible things in the dreams to like keep myself alive. So I'm like,
that's the worst because like when you wake up you feel so drained because you just lived a whole nother life in this dream.
That or just like I'm like literally traumatized and I'm kind of one of those people that's like I feel like your dreams kind of correlate to like what's happening or like where like like something is wrong with your body. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, what is causing me to have these, like, awful dreams?
Yeah.
Like, awful. Awful dreams.
Interesting. Well, hopefully they go away. I would hate that.
No, it's truly, like, bad. Actually, like, and it's bad. Where I, like, wake up and I'm like, holy, like, why did I just dream that? Like, why did I dream that? Like, what's wrong with me that I dreamed that?
What's going through my head for me to, like, trigger that dream?
Yeah. It's horrific. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why I'm having, because then my roommate was like, do you think it's because you started taking all these supplements? I'm like, I thought supplements were supposed to make you better. I don't feel better. But I'm like, no, I think it started before. I started taking everything. But I'm just like, okay, it's been happening
maybe
like
it is.
too
I mean,
often.
maybe it just like heightened it now. I don't know, but maybe like you'll just get past it, you know, like 2 weeks and then just be like over it.
Well, it's been more than 2 weeks.
And you're still having them every night?
Like, not every night. There was 1 week I had them every single night. Like, and they're not the same, but like they're awful dreams. Like awful. Well,
no, I couldn't imagine.
God, no. It was, and like they've shifted into like the type of awfulness that they like started out. Like they started out like with, oh, this is gonna sound terrible. Let's just like this is gonna be a long episode. I'm so sorry. Like for a while they started off with like either Morgan cheating on me or like I'm cheating on him. And I woke up and I was like, what is happening? Like, I don't want to be dreaming this. Like, this is the worst to ever be dreaming. Like, why am I dreaming about that? Because I don't think about that.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, what the hell is happening? Like, and then it moved on from that to like violent dreams. Like, where like I'm having to like save myself from like getting killed. It's literally either like kill or be killed.
What?
And then I'm like, they feel so real too.
Mm-hmm,
like that's
I can only imagine.
No, and like that's the scary part because I'm like, I'm surprised I haven't like woke up like screaming,
yeah,
or like
in distress,
like hitting or like scratching. Like I'm so shocked.
Once you do that tonight, just work.
I mean, oh my god, yeah. So that's what's been happening.
Hopefully they go away. I mean, maybe this is just like something to do with all your supplements, but like your body's like regulating to them, and like it'll be fine in a few weeks, a few days.
It freaking better.
No, it will be. Just don't think about it.
I mean, I didn't take them today. It was too cold. I couldn't do all of that. It was so it's so high maintenance of me.
Especially, I feel like when you're trying to get out of the house, I'm like, yeah, screw this. I'm out.
Oh my god. I think that's why I've been late for the past 2 weeks.
Taking all your supplements. Hold on, I gotta dry scoop this.
No, I know. I'm like, I have to pour this thing into a shot glass so I can take the right amount.
I would hate doing that, but I would love the effects of it. So maybe I need to start.
Yeah, I mean, I did to actually technically take 2 days off. Oh my god, almost actually the whole weekend off. I don't think I took them on Saturday.
It's okay.
I didn't take them Sunday, and I did not take them today.
It's okay. You'll be fine. Maybe the dreams will go away.
I don't know. There's something happening in my life. These dreams are trying to tell me something, I think. I actually really hope not.
Stop. I don't like that. Don't say that.
They're crazy. Okay, but anywho, I've yapped far too much in this episode.
God, that is hilarious. Okay, yeah, I hope those dreams don't mean anything.
I know.
Anyways, thank y'all so much for tuning in of our lives as well as the TikTok van. Thank God it's back. But we will see y'all here again next week. Thanks for listening.
Bye.